Whoa, it's the illusion. Reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm at the mothership here. Owl's asleep. It's like midnight. So I took some mental LSD tonight. Holy smoke! I stumbled onto this talk on YouTube that was the Mandela Effect. This is what the title of the thing was: the Mandela Effect, and we all died in 2012. I couldn't pass it up, man. I don't really understand the Mandela Effect. I've taken it to the lab a couple years ago, and it still baffles me. So anyway, man, I'm listening to this dude because I was curious about like that we're all dead, and why that tripped me out is this friend of mine. I think it was Pascal. God, 5 years ago or so, was like, you know what, man? I think we're all dead. And like, it was like weird because he's the least kind of guy like that, but he is sort of. And he was super serious. He's like, I think we're all like dead and we don't know what's going on here and we're trying to work it all out and blah, 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 blah. So when I saw this thing 2012, it made me scratch my head. And so I went and I listened to this guy's deal. Kind of interesting. He talks about, was it Cyanetics? Cyanetics? That that all of reality is created through sound frequencies. I'm on board. I'm on board with that whole thought. And that his whole thing is that time is not linear, it's cyclical and circular. I'm on board. And so he was talking, and then he kept going, us MEs. And I was like, what's an ME? What's an ME? So the Mandela Effects people refer to themselves as MEs. I didn't know it was that crazy of a culture. He was talking about it's like some crazy new, like almost like a religion, like pre-ME, post-ME. Because somehow, like, I don't really get the whole Mandela effect, but it has something to do with Nelson Mandela dying and when he died and whether he's dead or not. I don't know, dude. They always get to the thing with the Star Wars and the C-3PO leg and whether it's Bernstein's bears or whatever, dude. It's so... But, so anyway, I'm listening to this stuff, right? And, you know, I listen with an open mind. You know, I use my discernment to just sense bullshit when I hear bullshit, and then some interesting ideas when I hear interesting ideas. So he was talking about how reality, when observed, will change itself. And I grabbed a hold of that. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I had to rewind that like 3 times. Like, what did he just say? Like, and he was talking about the single slit experiment where it's all about quantum mechanics. Anyhow, that like if you observe, the act of observing anything changes it. It's the whole thing of like, you know, if a tree falls in the woods and you're not there to hear it, does it make a sound type of deal? So it was all about, started talking about how reality changes when it's observed. And I was like, wow, man, now we're into something interesting, dude. Because I'm a full believer that this is all subjective. That this is all subject to our interpretations. And what was kind of trippy, he was talking about how time is cyclical and it's not linear and it's all about the eternal now. And he was like, I'm a disclaimer. He disclaimed himself as he's an Eckhart Tolle guy. And I was like, all right, at least he disclaimed himself. So he was talking, because I am too. He was talking about the eternal now. And I was tripping about how like life constantly gives you chances to figure out the riddle. And if you don't figure out the riddle, it's going to give you another chance to figure out the riddle. And the minute that you observe reality and realize that the minute you get super present, like you stop the cycle, this never-ending cycle of insanity. Anyway, dude, it was so I'm doing my art and I'm listening to this dude talk about how we're all dead and something cataclysmic happened to Spaceship Earth in 2012. And the reason there's so much disharmony and why people are like going super left wing, right wing, and no one can agree about anything right now is that we're all dead. Maybe so. Maybe this is all a dream, man. For real, dude. I don't know. So anyway, man, I went down the bunny hole of this whole thing, and I kind of got into his whole trip because he was talking about some interesting stuff in the midst of this kind of gobbledygook. It's sort of like the flat earth thing. Like, I don't know. I don't really give it much like validity. I don't give the round earth much validity either, but there's some very interesting observational perspectives to put your mind through. Mental exercises, dude. I like challenging my mind. So I was challenging my mind tonight. And then I was thinking of a funny story. Because I got a lot of like people sending me emails like telling me like, tell me more funny stories about girls. And I was like, all right, I got another funny one. So, this was this is 1990. I want to say 1999, 2000, right around there. I was managing the Dude Ranch in Pennsylvania. I'm running the Dude Ranch. I got my whole super duper cowboy Lash LaRue outfit with the fancy cowboy shirts and the cowboy boots and the big belt buckles and the hat and the whole deal. And I'm running this Dude Ranch, right? And we used to book out to like, people came up there to party and get crazy, dude. It was wild times, dude. So anyway, it was like a Friday night and this group of sorority girls comes whipping on up, dude. And they're checking themselves in. Right off the bat, like, you know, I make eye contact with one. I open the door for one of them and boom, we make eye contact. It's on. All right, so boom, I check them in, introduce them, I get to know, hey, how's it going, blah, 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 blah. We hang out, we kind of party a little bit the first night, like Friday night, because it's I bartend one of the nights. I think Friday night I'd bartend, Saturday, whatever it was, I'd bartend one of the nights. So then they ride horses, get crazy, whatever. Now it's Saturday night. It's on with this girl, right? Like, she's beautiful too, full sorority beautiful. You know what I mean? One of those ones, dude, like straight from the cookie cutter magazine world of like, yeah, that's what a beautiful girl is supposed to look like in 2000. And so anyway, man, I'm sitting there, dude, it's on. I'm hanging out, I'm having some drinks with her at the bar, right? And I'm sitting there talking to her. I'm like sitting there talking to her. And all of a sudden she just goes, boom! Face first into the table, dude. Just out of the blue, just drops face first into the table, dude. Thump! Just thump. And I'm like, whoa, I go grab her, like 3 friends who are like a couple tables over. I'm like, dude, what's up with your friend? And they're like, oh my God, dude. They bundle her up and they take her up to their room. And I'm like, dude, that was crazy. What just happened, man? So next thing you know, dude, there's like ambulance. We live in the boonies of the Poconos, dude. Like, it's a big deal. You don't call ambulances for anything. Well, these girls lose their mind. They call the ambulances. What had happened is this gal had taken some sort of pills earlier before she started drinking. And while we were hanging out drinking, dude, they like kicked in or like whatever. And she straight fished out, dude. Right there. Just mahi-mahi'd right there on the table, dude. It was one of those where I was like foiled again. Like, it was on too. I never saw her again. They took her to the hospital that night. Her friends picked her up Sunday morning, dude. Boom, gone. It was like the last time I saw this girl, dude. She was going, boom, face first into the table, dude. I'm not joking, man. No cup of coffee for her either. Be careful when you take your pills and you mix them with alcohol, man. Oh, dude rant stories. I got dude rant stories all day. Oh, God. I learned my lesson on that one. I didn't repeat the cycle. Ugh. Anyway. Here we are on a, I don't even know what night it is anymore. It's all just blurred into one night. It's just one big night. It'll be daytime pretty soon here in a minute. Anyway, man, we're just trying to keep it funny. We're keeping it funny, dude. We're all dead, dude. Go figure. No wonder it's so trippy, this whole life thing. 'Cause it's the afterlife. Who knew? Ice the Illusion signing off.